right, the stage is set for what should be a really good game one as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. Hello and welcome to Oakland. We're at Ring Central Coliseum. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Oakland Athletics. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. First pitch moments away, showing the slab in today's game, Michel Guzman.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does she have a feel for all of those pitches, or is she just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where she wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if she can, she's going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And here it comes. That one fouled off.
First pitch, 7:06.
Now the 0-1. That's through there for a strike. Got it by him for the K.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from the same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
And next for LA, Josh Lowe. That one's in there, 0-1. One out, base is empty. And strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, you've got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the #3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Spencer Steer in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
The wide to kick the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. It's an immaculate inning.
All she's saying, who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
So 2 down. Michel Guzman will hit next. She has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power?
That's right. And that one finds its way through.
Well, clearly she was ready to hit right there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think she'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
The pitch. Absolutely crushed. And that one is going to land by a man down by the river. He'll touch them all. And just like that, they're out front. It's 2-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Back here in the East Bay. And now the DH, Matt Wallner. One of the best in the game against right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, that's another story. Guzman back to work. In there at the knees. 1-1. Singy, is this more common today? Guys really only succeeding against pitchers throwing from a specific side?
I think it's because you just don't get a very long trial period anymore. I mean, with the analytics and the numbers, teams are looking for instant success with the lineups that they construct. So if you don't figure it out quickly against certain types of pitchers, you're just not going to get those opportunities.
Hard hit to third. And quickly one away in the second. And the batter will be the shortstop. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
One down, base is empty. And a big swing and a miss. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
William Contreras in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
These fans have to feel good right about now. This series not going to be easy, but they have the lead at home in game 1. That brings the anxiety down a few notches.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make her work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, she is just mowing them down. She's settling in. You got to make her uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Angels go quietly there. They trail it here 2-0. And we're back. Top half of the 3rd inning. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Victor Mesa Jr.
Victor Mesa Jr.
And a pitch. Fought off foul. And the 0-1. And that's in the dirt. The pressure is high for the players in the postseason, but maybe even higher for the managers. Every decision you make is critical to the success of the team and to your own reputation. And the right-hander deals. Out to short. Over to low. Leadoff being retired here in the third.
Well, we talked about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
So in now for the Angels, Luke Gold. And downstairs.
Well, for better or worse, managers are remembered for what they do in the postseason. Pull the right strings, they might build a statue of you someday. One bad decision, and you might be updating your resume. You got to be sharp.
Strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Here's Luis Arias. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1's the count.
The A's up by 2 here in game 1. Oh, she doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Just missed. Swings through that one for strike 2. The pitch. Struck him out looking. Angels go down 1-2-3. They're still down. It's 2-0.
Now that's the designated hitter, Guzman.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Bang! That's worth the price of admission. It's 4-0. She only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. She came out of her shoes on that one, but managed to keep her mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it.
Game 1 of the division series. Here's the left fielder, Joaquin Gomez. She deals. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
You know, these Angels, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The 0-2. Swings and misses. He swung over top of the curveball.
Now there's the 3-pitch strikeout. She can do whatever she wants with the baseball right now.
Josh Lowe now at the plate.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Clips the corner. It's 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Angels, Spencer Steer. Edge of the zone, call the strike. 0-1. Good eye in that spot. That one missed. The 2-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Gets it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. It's the Athletics 4 and the Angels nothing.
The batter, the designated hitter, Guzman.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. The throw to first, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Now it's the DH, Matt Wallner. Foul ball there.
You know, these Angels just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. She's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Here's the 0-2. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, she should be able to rack up some more before she's done in this one. And there are not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what she's offering out there.
And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Took that screwball up there and got him to swing through it. It's kind of part changeup, part curveball, a reverse curveball, I guess, and clearly it's got some good movement on it. We just don't get to see a good one very often, so it's kind of fun to see, and that was a great one right there.
Contreras batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Next pitch is outside.
There's a good feel in the ballpark, and that's what you expect when the home side has the lead in game 1. This energy is going to keep building with every out. Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
The Athletics leading by 4 here in game 1 of the ALDS. The pitch timer expired before she started her windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Angels held in check. They're down 4-0. Back here in the East Bay. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now here is Victor Mesa Jr. Swings through that one for strike 1.
When a pitcher's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into her pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what she's offering that day.
Out there to center, Harmon drifts towards it. He's there. He's got it. 1 away. Here's the second baseman, Luke Gold. He's 0 for 1. Right through there for a strike. The Halos hitless so far in the game. To the right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
She's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind her with another ground ball. Good execution.
Luis Urias, the next to hit for the Angels. Struck out looking his first time.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. She's doing her thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make her work a little bit harder.
There's a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. The other way, and foul ball. The pitch timer expired before she started her windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Down the line, and that's a foul ball. Kicks and fires. Got him looking with the knuckler for strike 3. So she's perfect through 6. It's the A's 5 and the Angels nothing. Runner on at first with 1 gone. And here is Michelle Guzman. She's already homered in this game. Pretty amazing athlete. This player is power and speed. Quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. Another homer. Her second home run of the game, and they add a pair. It's 7-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Back in Oakland, all set for the start of the inning. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Joaquin Gomez. The pitch. There's a strike. Swing and a miss.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what she does.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting herself in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what she's working with. And That really allows a pitcher to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
And now the right fielder, Josh Lowe. And that drops in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Bases empty, 1 away here in the late stages of game 1. That one finds the zone. 0-2.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
0-2 now. Swings through it for the K. Had him out front for strike 3. Chris, third time through the order and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, she's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Two outs, base is empty. And next for LA, Spencer Steer. Right through there for a strike. And strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two outs. That's outside. And that's ball 1.
It's a good take.
That one ripped. Nice grab.
Generally not the type of great play you expect from a first baseman, but he does a great job of hauling that one down.
Ready to begin the 8th, and now the DH, Matt Wallner. Here comes a pitch.
Oh, you can't ask for a better start to this series if you're the home team. You've got the lead, your starter's still on the mound, and there's a chance she finishes this thing.
Swings through that one out in front that time. Left-hand hitter waits. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Number 2 in the box again, takes a strike. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Throw to first, gets him. Good job to stay with it there for the second out. So just 4 more outs to get through, and the tension is building in the ballpark right now.
Yeah, and we can feel it in the booth. She's got these hitters locked up.
Contreras in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike 2. 2 down, nobody on. And they'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and she struck him out. And good work there as she gets a 1-2-3. Angels go quietly there. They continue to trail 7-0. So up next, Michelle Guzman. She's a player who does it all. She's not going to get cheated up there.
No, she's not. She's looking to do damage with every swing she takes.
Absolutely crushed. And that one is going to land by a man down by the river. A gigantic blast. That's her 3rd home run of the game. And they boost their lead. It's 8-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off her bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. She's putting on an absolute show in this one, and there's no better time than the postseason to go off at the plate like this. I mean, a 3-homer game, always special, but pulling it off in October during the biggest games of the year, that's incredible.
And we're back. We go to the 9th, and now the center fielder, Victor Mesa Jr. And that one fouled off.
Boog, I'll tell you right now, every player defensively on their toes like never before.
The wind of the pitch.
They want to make sure they have the opportunity to put this pitcher in the history books. They're going to make the play.
Down the middle for a strike. And it's 1-2. And he grounds one to the right side. Darius whips it to first. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th. And now 2 outs away from history.
Well, I hope she gets this done. I mean, this is the kind of feat that can define a career. Hard not to root for it at this point.
Goal. Batting with 1 down. Takes a strike.
Her pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind her. That's why she's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, one of the things the hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. If they see that red dot, it's typically a slider. But when it's a really tight one with high spin rate, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
Righty to the plate. Foul ball. Guzman is just 1 strike away. That one drilled left field. And gone! There goes the perfect game. And there goes the perfect game of the homer. And they've got their first run. It's 8-1.
Well, there goes the shutout. Just like that. They're still behind, but this is a start. Man, this is heartbreaking, Boog. I mean, just heartbreaking. 1 out from a no-no, and she gives up that first hit. Gosh, I'm sure she's just going to be thinking about that last pitch for a long time. So close to making some history.
Now, Joaquin Gomez swings through that one. You just don't see it that much anymore. A pitcher being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if she's going to be able to close it out. This is something
on the ground. Dives and he can't hang on. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. 2 outs, runner at first. Now it's going to be Josh Lowe. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Clips the corner. 0-1. They're down to their final strike.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
Two outs. And that is the ball game.
Terrific job in this game. She scattered 2 hits and pretty dominant. Efficient with her pitch count. Got herself all the way to the finish line and finished what she started.
So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
And this one finishes with a final of 8-1. Oakland victorious. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.